Good evening, sir. First, I will introduce about me. So, I'm Sachintya Veerasena, and I'm a second year management student at Horizon Campus. And can I get a brief idea about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Samir Hemchandra. I'm currently a senior staff engineer at Robotic Assistance Devices, Sri Lanka, which is a subsidiary of US company itself. And we are a partially registered company. I'm managing the hardware acceleration and firmware team in the company.
Thank you. So, my first question is, what jobs should I aim for after university?
Well, for let's see. Now you are following marketing, right?
Yes.
So first of all, you have to focus on your passion and then you have to try to find a job that matches your passion. That also goes along with your field of study. Everybody has different kind of passions, different experiences, different educational backgrounds. So for anybody that goes out for the job market, where they should proceed is actually something unique. You have to find out your strengths, your own strengths, your educational background, and your passion. And then you have to proceed on a path that you can hone up your skills where your passions lie. Is that
So,
a suitable answer for your question, or do you want a more specific kind of answer from me?
now, I would like to ask, how can we know about our strengths and weaknesses, and is there another way to identify those things?
Well, that's a kind of it's kind of a self-reflection. Um, Throughout your life, I think there might have been incidents that you enjoyed doing particular thing, you didn't like doing certain things, and sometimes there might be stuff that you wish that if I could do this, if I could be there, stuff like that. Those are the places and events that we can actually recognize, actually understand what our true passion is, what our true strengths are. And obviously, sometimes our internal thoughts, like, let's say I like certain things, I think I like certain things, but when you actually try to do those stuff, that's when you really understand whether you really like it or not. So, for you to understand what your true strengths, true weaknesses, and passions, I think you have to try out at least simple projects or simple endeavors in what you actually think your passions are. Is that clear enough for
Yes,
you?
I could clear it. So, second question
Right.
is, what skills will help most in future jobs in marketing
Um,
field?
in marketing. All right. If you look at the current trends, the whole world is kind of getting along with AI. So it's inevitable that almost every field will be getting invaded with AI. And that's marketing is one of the fields that's you know getting the AI touch really fast. So if you plan to stay in marketing and if you plan to do something, I'd say um, working with AI would be a really important skill. Working with AI doesn't mean that you just type something and get things done. There's a special art and science to do that. So I think that's a really good skill. And all the usual skills that applies to marketing also are relevant. Like marketing means you have to stand out. Whatever you do, you have to stand out.
Yeah.
And you have to present yourself in a confident way so that the ultimate buyer or the customer or the client becomes confident that your product is good. Whatever you're marketing is good.
Yes.
So I think your key skills, the first one, because of the current craze on AI, will be AI, and also your communication skills and out of the box thinking.
Yeah. So, um, as a third question, what tools or extra
Mhm.
courses should I learn or follow now, right now?
That's that solely depends on what you're planning to do.
Hmm.
Like even in marketing, there are different ways that you can progress, right? You can uh, you can start an advertising agency. You can start. You can join an advertising company, or maybe you can become a freelance designer who designs marketing material for companies. There are different paths that you can take. So what courses and what are the things that you learn solely depends on what you plan to do. For an example, let's say if you're planning to go into like let's say pure advertising, if you are going to make advertising videos, advertising, let's say, what do you call it? Small video clips related to advertising. In that case, it's better if you can go and learn how actual market analysis, how actual uh, we call product placement. When you are doing an advertising, you are reaching out to a potential customer. You have to place your product in a way that customer sees, oh, I need this. Right? So there are different processes depending on what you are going to actually do. So I think uh, it's again a unique thing. That depends on what you're planning to do.
So, fourth question, uh, how can I improve my public speaking skills?
That are you a part of any kind of speaking clubs like Gavel or Toastmasters or something?
No, sir. I'm a contributor of, I'm a member of Protect Club and which club? Cyber Security Club.
Okay. Protract is somewhat good, but if you really want to hone up your public speaking, Gavel or Toastmasters, both are kind of the same. Is one of the places that you should be. And even before that, you have to be confident about your language and the way you communicate. It's not just the vocabulary, it's just how you build up the communication, how you present whatever you want to present. For that, um, you know, when you read books or magazines or newspapers, and when you watch movies, always try to grab how they talk, how they present, how they communicate. Always try to grab stuff from that. The more you get exposure, the better. From my point of view, when I was doing my A levels, I could speak English, but let's say I was not proud of the way I speak English. So I decided I need to hone my English skills, and I made it a habit to read English novels, English books, and English newspapers. Those uh, those days, newspapers were kind of mainstream media that we read stuff. So I used to go through the English newspapers, uh, and I did this that at that time I was like 18, 19 years old, so I obviously had the car craze. So I started going through car magazines and stuff like that. You do whatever you like. So I started reading stuff about cars, and also I was a heavy mystery and thriller fan and a fantasy fan. So I started reading books on those genres. That made me confident about my English, and well, I ended up being a compeer in a lot of events in university. That's because I became confident that I could convey a message. So first thing, you have to become confident about your English, then join a club, Cavallo Toastmasters or something.
Okay. So, fifth question is what habits helped you at the start of your career?
Um, what habits? Well, at the start of my career, I was kind of inquisitive. That means I had the habit of trying to get to know everything that's going on in my field, maybe around the whole world. I was in a lot of forums. I was in a lot of we call the mailing lists. So trying to get to know everything that's going on in our field actually helped me. I was in contact with a lot of people around the world that those people were actually doing research or developing products. So I was in contact with those people. I sometimes bothered them, asked them questions. So that I think that inquisitiveness actually helped me a lot, even in my final years in the university and at the start of my career. Uh, I think that's the uh, most important habit that I think that helped me.
So, as the sixth question, what mistakes do new graduates often make?
Well, I'm an interviewer for my company, and also I was an interviewer for my previous companies. So there, I can say like a long list of mistakes, but if I'm to highlight most prominent mistakes, the first thing is they always assume that, not always, some of them assume that arrogance is a way to convey a message. Like when I'm interviewing them, when I ask a question, they sometimes try to prove their point just by saying, no, this is it, this is how we do it, without giving a proper reason. And that's actually an attitude problem. It's not something they only do at the interview, it's an attitude problem, which we really, really see in this generation more frequently. Uh, I don't know why, but that's actually a fact. So that's a big mistake that new graduates do. They assume they whatever they think or whatever they do is correct, and their way is the correct way. And usually, when they make a decision, let's say how to face an interview, how to get the first job, which job they should select, which field they should select, they usually try to do that without consulting anybody, not even maybe not even close friend or anyone. So that is a like grave mistake that they make, new graduates. And the second one is most of the time the new graduates seem to be short-sighted. That means they don't look way ahead of their career. Let's say they get a few offers, so they get a few potential offers. Then they try to focus on the immediate gain. They might have their own reasons for that, but still in the end, they try to focus on the immediate gain. which one is the company that's offering me the highest salary at the moment. That's what they look at. But usually, most of the time, they don't look at how am I going to progress in this company. Sometimes the company interviewers or the HR personnel present you with a whole lot of mythology. Mythology means that's not going to happen. They say you are going to get to this position in 4 years, but that comes with a lot of brackets. If you do this, this, and this, and this, it's usually impossible. So the new graduates should have the ability to analyze what's in the offer, not the immediate offer, but the path. Uh, and I see most of the graduates fail to do that. So I think that's one of the biggest mistake they make.
So, seventh question is, what extracurricular activities should I do now?
Well, you are going to do marketing. So obviously you should do whatever the extracurriculars that help you in marketing. That means, like I said earlier, Cavallo Toastmasters, that's a brilliant place for you to hone up your skills as a presenter and a marketer. And also, I believe if you are going into the field of marketing, you should be in, which is in the Rotaract. So those kind of voluntary activities, those kind of clubs give you an exposure that's worthwhile actually for the marketing field. And on the other side, you express an interest in technology and IT field. For that kind of stuff, I think if it is possible, you should try to engage in kind of hackathons and stuff. That's a good place to go for into the IT field. And overall, I'd say whatever that helps in your path, marketing or IT or whatever, uh, presenting and positioning yourself and bringing up your value. I believe any of the extracurriculars that help you in that, you should do. For an example, let's say sports. Usually, people say the sports kind of hinder the ability to progress in other fields in certain cases, but doing at least a little bit of sports help you navigate through challenges. Like whenever you have a difficult time or difficult decision to make, sometimes the sports help you make the difficult decisions.
Is that sir?
So,
Is that sir?
yeah, do you want to like more specific kind of answer? You should do this and
Uh,
this. I usually don't like to
uh,
pinpoint that kind of answers because people are different. So they, I believe they should do like what they present appears
uh,
to me.
that's enough, sir. So, um, how many research projects should I finish before get an internship?
Uh, that's a really good question. More the better. That's the real answer. More the better. Like if you do one, that's good. If you do two, that's better. If you do three, that's even better. If you do 10, that's even way better. But you have to analyze how many you can take, how many you can manage with your other time commitments and stuff. So whatever the maximum number that you can successfully do, go for it. Don't try to overdo because if you get tired, you will not be able to finish anything on time uh, without without going overboard. Try to do the maximum you can do. And one important skill that you need to that you need to master when doing a research project is analyzing things beforehand. That means a research is something that gives you like unpredictable stuff. When you are starting it, you actually don't know what you are going to, how you are going to do the research, what will be the outcome. It will not be a research if you already know the outcome, right? So there's this uncertainty factor, but you should be able to predict at least a portion of it so that you can manage your time and plan ahead that how you are going to do that. All right.
Mm, okay. So, what can I do to stand out from others in projects or marketing field?
In projects and marketing, both of them, the best thing that you can do to stand out is thinking out of the box, especially in projects. When you are doing a projects, like majority of the people tend to follow a common routine. If you think out of the box and if you try to do something in a unique way, which which should actually have an advantage, just just doing something out of the box doesn't mean it's better. But if it actually uh, gives you something better, that's the best thing to stand out, best way to stand out. And the other thing is, especially when marketing, your communication skills or your presenting skills will be a, like a very, very, very deciding factor in how others perceive you. When you are doing a presentation or maybe a project presentation or Viva or whatever, or maybe like let's say you are placing a product, the way you communicate is very, very important. Let's say four people are trying to market the same product, and one of them is like talking very pleasantly, actually trying to present the product in a way that the client is like thinking, oh, I might have a real use of this product. That's when the client will actually buy it. So if you are presenting yourself in that person, uh, that's the best way that you can stand out. In the end, it's obviously communication when
Yes.
it comes to marketing.
Best thing is communication, right?
Yeah.
So, um, last question is, what advice would you wish to give me?
Um, think about your passions and think about where you actually want to be in maybe 5 or 10 years, and then work towards it. Formulate a real solid plan and work around it. I think that's the best advice I can give you because doing a short-term plan or having a short-term path, it's not really, it's not really a good idea because short-term paths usually tend to fail. But if you have a long-term goal, usually there's a proper way to get there.
It must be long time plan, right?
It must be, it it's like this. Think about where you want to be in maybe 5 years or 10 years. 5 years is actually sufficient. And then formulate a plan to how to get there. The plan might be a piecewise, a small plans. Like I'll do this and this and this, but it should have a long end goal.
Right, right. So, thank you for giving us your opinion and advice. So, thank you very much, sir, for help to us. Um,
You're welcome.